What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna finish up Hogwarts Legacy in Hogsmeade and see how it runs on the main computer here. And then don't worry, we'll still do the forest area too, but like I said in every other video, if it can run here, it should be able to run fine basically anywhere. But let's go over the settings, or not the settings, let's go over the specs of this guy real quick before we get into the video for everybody who's new joining us for the first time. So we got a 13900 KF, we got an RTX 4090 MSI gaming trio, we got a ASUS Z790 Gaming E motherboard, 32 gigs of 6400 megahertz DDR5 CL32. Then we got a custom loop cooling the CPU. It's a Velocity 2 block and a 420mm radiator with some Noctua fans that are pretty damn badass. And then we got a 1600 watt platinum EVGA PSU powering the whole thing. And then we got an LG C1 48-inch OLED TV as a screen, which is absolutely awesome and cannot ever see myself upgrading until this thing dies. This screen is fucking awesome. But anyway, that is about it for the specs. So why don't we now hop on into the game and we'll see if it can stay above 60 with the settings I had it on, and if it can't, we'll mess with it until it can. And that doesn't mean you can't have like 58, 59. I just mean if we're dropping all the way down to 50s and 40s and shit, F that. We'll mess with some settings. But if once or twice it drops under 60, that's not the biggest deal in the world. Like down to 58, 59, I ain't worried about that. I probably wouldn't even notice that with my G.SKILL monitor if I didn't have a frame rate counter up anyway. So let's get into the game, shall we?
Well, now we've made it to our main computer, so let's just look over the settings real quick. And just like the secondary computer, if it can handle these, we'll just keep them the whole time and just get like 5 minutes of gameplay. If not, and it's like the Steam Deck and the laptop, well then we'll have to tone some settings down. Well, the laptop at 1080p, we didn't have to tone settings down at 1440. But here's the settings I chose to go with at 4K, so I can get away with 4K and not having to turn DLSS on, and possibly run into more of a CPU bottleneck in town. So let's see how they work, and if they don't work, we'll always tone them down. Well, here we are in town, so let's just run around a little, shall we? And we'll see if we can stay above 60 the whole time, which I'm pretty sure we can, but only one way to find out. And like I thought, we're still getting a small CPU bottleneck. We're only at 93-ish%. 90% utilization here. But so far it's still, oh, nope, down to 81. Still doing better than all the rest of the computers, even though we're at 4K, so should be lowering the CPU bottleneck as much as possible, well, besides going to 8K, but I don't think there's any computers that can handle that right now. Not without using DLSS, and then you're not at 8K anymore now, are you? Though I am planning on getting an 8K TV for once I move into my new place, so I'll do some fun 8K footage if people really want to see it. Add that to the mix. That would be kind of funny. But for the most part, I'd probably just play that at my main computer here at 4K, because this is still going to be the main computer there. I'm not going to get the 8K TV and turn that into my monitor. I'm getting one of those like 85-inch TVs, and that'd be way too fucking big to sit that close to. That one I'd be moving my head around like sitting in the front row of a movie theater, and I hate that. A lot of people like sitting in the front row, but not me. I didn't like moving my head around to see what the movie was doing. I liked middle row and the back row. Yep, and I always have to remember to turn the volume up when I do the editing in this video, because for whatever reason it records really, really low. And it's probably because I have that receiver hooked up, and since the receiver is turned up pretty loud, Windows isn't. So it's only recording at like 20%
Sometimes it seems all
volume,
roads
you
lead to
know? So
Hogsmeade.
when you record at 20% volume, it's not very high. There's an owl. Oh, keep running into walls here, jeez. You know what, I'm gonna jump on your table and perform a magic trick. Now your food has disappeared. Alright, you can have it back, but just the one guy. The other food's gone forever. I just stole that, and I'm just gonna keep it and eat it later. Not really. The game's just a little goofy still. So even this game's a little glitchy at first, but a lot of games are. I'm still waiting on that day 1 patch. And then I might come back and do all this all over again, you know? But only if it makes a huge, significant difference. I don't like coming back just every single time a game has a patch.
it has to be a significant patch. Like I did Cyberpunk when they added FSR in. And I'm still, I think maybe it came out recently actually. I think I still need to make a video of that frame generation on my main computer. I don't think I did that yet because I was waiting on the update. And so far it wasn't out yet. Magic here just to see how all little particles do.
Revelio.
There we go. Revelio. So even with all of that, no drops to under 60 anyway. Frame dropped a little, but not under 60, so that's pretty cool. I should have done that on all the other computers too. What in the hell is up with you? Are you alive? You good? Okay, they're moving at least. But are they just like hammered or something? Like holy shit. They like zombified for a second, like eyes open, just kind of like somebody knocked them out or something, you know? But I'm like, this is fucking Harry Potter. This isn't supposed to be that violent of a game where you just go around GTA style and knock people the fuck out, you know? That's not really what this world's about.
An honest day's work.
Though so far I've only ever gotten into one battle. I don't really know what all the battles are going to be like in this game. So far I only really battled against some weird stone figures underground, and then I fought a student once and kicked his ass. But besides that, that's all the combat experience I have in this game. I'm kind of excited to get into a little more. Yep, so it looks like when all is said and done, we have averaged 86 FPS. For some reason, the max one never changes. It's probably because I have to, there's probably a reset button. Like, somebody told me how to get those things to pop up finally, but I guess you have to do a little more work. Maybe there's a button to refresh them, because it's probably just getting the 1,000 FPS your thing gets when you start the game up, you know, when it's just like a black screen, I'm imagining. But at least the average works.
Well, alright guys, let's get a little camera gameplay in now. And so far so good. Seems like my settings are working pretty fucking good. There might even be a small room to turn a setting or two up. I might have been being a little too conservative. But I was trying to prepare for coming here and not be overzealous like some of the other computers. It looks like a giant bird cage.
Potato. Revelio.
Hell yeah, Revelia. Let's take that.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
But I'm excited to start playing now. I wasn't able to get any farther, so I was solely playing Dead Space Remake. But now it'll be fun to be able to play this too. I think I'm on chapter 4 of Dead Space Remake. And I would say just beat my first real, boss. Like, it just chased me around this frickin' giant area for, what felt like 10 minutes while I'm setting it on fire. Constantly. And I'm like, well shit, I don't have any ammo for the rest of my guns, what do I do? But luckily it died once I got to my frickin' starter gun, the little laser gun you get. I was finally able to finish it off, and I was like, woo, got like 3 bullets left. I don't think smacking that thing would have done me much good. It would have been like, oh, you smacked me with your gun? Alright, well, I'm gonna pick you up and eat you. So I was like, yeah, that's probably what would have happened.
Never trust a man who...
It's a giant pumpkin.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Big old water thing over here, too. Some painting. Aw, it won't let me go off the frickin' thing. I wanted to ride the thing up. I had a feeling it wouldn't let me. Oh well. Let's head back into town. And go down Main Street and then wrap this up. Oh, that was a big old stutter right there, that's for sure. Well, still more than playable FPS though.
Hingest of Woodfall.
And with that, I think it's about time to wrap this up, seeing as though my camera is now down to 1 shred of battery life. Hopefully I have enough battery to do my outro, so let's go wrap this video on up. Wow, that's about it for this particular video, and I would say it did very well. Still had some stutters, but never once did we drop under 60 FPS. So heck, might even be able to get away with turning a little ray tracing on, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to turn it on and have horrible FPS there, because it did drop under 60 once or twice in the castle, so I was like, oh shit, if we're dropping here, we're gonna drop horribly once we get to the frickin' town. But it wasn't so bad, so definitely worth checking out some ray tracing, but then we might run into under 60 FPS at certain points, but that's up to you guys. I'm sure if you've got a rig like this, you are more than adept enough to figure out what settings work for you. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys in this particular video, and don't worry, I'll still go into the forest too, like I promised, but I feel like if we did fine here, we'll be fine in the forest too, but hey, that might be a more GPU intensive area. This place is a pretty CPU intensive area, so who knows. Any case though, why don't we go and wrap this video on up? I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it, and until the next video, peace out, guys.